What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about famous movies that were made in Norway. This sounded so interesting to me, and apparently there are a lot of movies that are filmed in Norway that I never knew about. And the more I think about this, the more it makes sense. Because it's because Norway has so much amazing, awesome locations and geography and amazing places to choose from if you're gonna film a movie. So today, I thought it would be very fun to appreciate some of these movies and locations in Norway that they were filmed, that I had no idea. So, with that being said, let's take a look.
This is how to Norway.
Wow.
Scenes from iconic movies with this guy and that guy have been filmed here in Norway.
In fact...
Wait. Hold on. This is going by quick. We're talking about Tom Cruise movies? Like Mission Impossible and Star Wars? Were filmed in Norway. It's like, I don't think Norway gets enough recognition for this. Or maybe some people know this, like movie buffs, people who know this stuff, but I had no idea. Some of the most famous, like Star Wars, was filmed in Norway? Where in Norway? I hope they show the scene.
Iconic movies with this guy and that guy have been filmed here in Norway.
In fact, Norway is a popular location for filmmakers. The beautiful nature and architecture works as the perfect movie backdrop.
Yes. So Norway is like well known for a place to film. I should have thought about that. It makes so much sense, exactly what they're saying. Norway has some of the most amazing geography. There have been places in Norway I have seen on YouTube that I literally say, this looks like another planet. This looks like another universe or something. So it's literally like the perfect background if your movie needs something like that. That is awesome. I did not know that.
What better way to discover Norway than through your favorite films?
Yeah.
So grab your popcorn and keep watching before you
Yeah.
book your trip.
And action.
James Bond?
James Bond, No Time to Die. James Bond's
Really?
latest adventure from 2021 and Daniel Craig's last film.
I know this one. I actually know this movie. Lucky enough. This was filmed in Norway.
As Agent 007. This is by the quiet lake Langvann near Hakadal, north of Oslo. You will also discover one of the most beautiful roads.
Okay, there's a scene where the bad guy shoots at somebody on ice on a frozen lake. That lake is north of Oslo. That's very random. Of all the frozen lakes in the world, I wonder why they chose that lake. Norway has a lot of unique things, but I think there's a lot of frozen lakes around the world. I don't know. Maybe they did more than that.
Craig's last film as Agent 007. This is by the quiet lake Langvann near Hakadal, north of Oslo. You will also discover one of the most beautiful roads in Norway, the Atlantic Road, with 7 bridges taking you from island to island.
Right.
The perfect setting for a dramatic car chase.
Oh. Oh, I didn't even remember this. Oh, man. Oh, if I had known, I would have been looking during the movie. I would have been looking for this bridge. Because this would stick out like a sore thumb. This would be obvious. This is like an iconic set of bridges in Norway connecting islands. This was in James Bond as well. In a car chase.
Even the great Christopher Nolan chose to visit Norway to film parts of his movie Tenet in 2020.
Really?
Tenet.
Tenet in 2020. This great architectural piece is actually the Opera House in Oslo. Anyway.
Oh, I know this building. I actually know that building. I recognize that from videos of Oslo.
2020. This great architectural...
That's interesting too. So far, some of these movies have been filmed in Norway, even though it's just a building or a frozen lake. I want to see some movies like this is cool. I want to see some movies using like the epic Norwegian mountains and fjords and like that amazing geography. But that's cool that they actually shot this in Oslo.
Piece is actually the Opera House in Oslo.
Huh.
Anyone can walk on the roof of the Opera House and get a great view of the Oslo fjord, and it's free. I've been there.
Huh.
You have.
I have.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so this is Star Wars. So Star Wars was filmed in Norway. That's amazing that I didn't know that.
Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. You don't have to go to
The Empire Strikes Back. Like some of the old original Star Wars movies were filmed in Norway. Oh, what scenes were in Norway? Part of the Star Wars universe.
a galaxy far, far away. You just have to go to Finse in Norway. The legendary scenes from the Battle of Hoth were filmed here. True Star Wars fans will easily recognize the mountain man.
Oh my god.
Scenes from the Battle of Hoth were filmed here. True Star Wars
Oh my gosh, this makes sense.
fans will easily
Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Look at this. It's been a while since I've watched The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, but I know this scene. It's on this planet that's just snow, and there's a battle with this big open mountain terrain, and that's Norway. That's Norway in Star Wars. That is so cool. That is so cool. That this battle is filmed in Norway. I had no idea.
recognize the mountain landscape. There are many hiking trails around
You can wait. You can find the actual rock. You can find the specific rock that Han Solo was hiding behind. That's funny.
around the area to explore. So enjoy and may the force be with you.
Wow.
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Harry Potter. Oh my god. James Bond, Christopher Nolan films, Star Wars, and now Harry Potter were all filmed in Norway. Norway is, I mean, that's proof right there. Norway is very, very popular for filming. These are some of the biggest movies ever. Ever.
Most of Harry Potter is filmed in England and Scotland, but for one scene they needed a snowy white landscape. So then they came here.
A snowy landscape. That's funny. In Star Wars, they needed a snowy, mountainous landscape. In Harry Potter, they need this like snowy train landscape. And they're like, snow. Norway. And they go to Norway for some amazing shots.
The Rauma Railway is used as the backdrop for the train ride with the Hogwarts Express. It's claimed to be the most beautiful train ride in Europe. And we have
Really? Wait, this train ride? Oh, that's interesting. So this train was featured in Harry Potter, and it's a beautiful train in Europe. The most beautiful train ride in Europe. I did not know that. I might have to check that out at some point.
Hogwarts Express. It's claimed to be the most beautiful train ride in Europe. And we have to agree, because we went there, and you can see our experience here.
Wow.
Ex
Huh.
Machina. Almost the entire plot
Oh, Ex Machina. This is a pretty big movie. Yeah, this is a big movie. It's not as famous anymore as, like, Harry Potter. But Ex Machina, yeah, I know this. A lot of people know this. This was in Norway as well. Seems like a lot of people just want to film in Norway if there's ever a big snowy background.
of this science fiction thriller takes place in Alaska. But the mysterious setting in the untouched wilderness is in fact the Juvet Landscape Hotel in Valdal. The hotel spa is where most scenes were filmed, and as a guest you can enjoy the view of the river.
Oh, they actually filmed at a spa in Norway. That's interesting. It's like there's more reasons to film in Norway than I thought. I thought Norway would just be for like the mountains and the fjords and like the lakes and rivers. But a lot of these movies just use like a building in Oslo or a frozen lake or a railroad with snow, although it did have snow. And this is like a high-tech Norwegian spa that's just set on a beautiful open, like foresty landscape that was perfect for the movie. So there's a lot more reasons they film in Norway than I thought, actually.
Some of you may also recognize the hotel from the last season of Succession, where the Roys went hiking in the mountains, talked big money, and stayed at the Juvet Hotel.
Oh no, I'm not familiar with Succession, but that same hotel was in that show as well. Huh.
One of the first photos published from the movie Dune, Timothée Chalamet is walking along the beach on his home planet, Caladan. The beautiful beach with the green hills in the background gives a touch of Hawaii.
There we go. This makes sense to me. Finally, this makes sense. Something with like water or a beach or like a big mountain in the background. This is what I thought would be the most common shot if you're gonna go all the way to Norway.
Planet Caladan. The beautiful beach with the green hills in the background gives a touch of Hawaii, but it's actually filmed in Norway in the northwest part of Nordfjord.
Mission Impossible. Two
What?
movies were filmed here, but they're not always keen to give Norway credit.
Huh? Wait, what? Oh, what? So Mission Impossible, which again are some of the biggest movies of all time, I'm convinced that like all of the biggest movie series of all time, Harry Potter, Mission Impossible, James Bond, and other things, all of them have shot in Norway at one point or another. I had no idea about that. But Mission Impossible doesn't give Norway credit? What does that mean?
In Fallout, Tom Cruise is hanging off the edge of a 600-meter high razor-sharp cliff. In the film, they claim that this is the Himalayan mountains of Kashmir, but it's actually the spectacular Preikestolen.
Oh, this is a famous cliff in Norway, Preikestolen. I've learned a bit about this. So they actually filmed an action sequence on this cliff. They must have had to close it to the public that entire time. Tom Cruise was dangling off this cliff in Norway. That's funny. But that's just how it goes. In the movie, they pretend it's something else. And that, for all of these locations, every time it's filmed in Norway, they're not really supposed to be in Norway in the movie. So I understand how that happens.
In Norway.
But that's not all. Norway is actually the backdrop of one of the biggest stunts in cinematic history. In Dead Reckoning Part 1, Tom Cruise does a motorcycle jump off a cliff that ends in a base jump.
This is what I imagine when filming in Norway. This is what I imagined. Like this kind of shot. You can't get this shot many places other than Norway. So I'm glad some of the movies took advantage of the Norwegian mountains and cliffs and fjords, and so they did a big stunt here.
In Dead Reckoning Part 1, Tom Cruise does a motorcycle jump off a cliff that ends in a base jump.
Oh, wow.
And this all happened at Sunnmøre. That's pretty cool.
Did they actually do this? Like, did a stunt person actually drive off this cliff?
And this all happened at Sunnmøre. That's pretty cool.
Huh.
Yeah. Lots of cool places that I want to visit now.
I really want to
Because it's a Hollywood film. And that's cool. All right, don't forget to like.
I mean, it is funny. It's like, it's a Hollywood movie, and it's like, kind of, you don't take it too serious, but at the same time, it's actually really, really cool. Like, it's really cool that there's a bunch of locations in Norway that have been used in the most famous popular movies ever, including one of the original Star Wars. I can't believe that.
Like and subscribe and comment down below what you would like to see for a film.
Okay, well, so that's the end of this video. That's very good. That was a really interesting topic as well. That was by Visit Norway, and I gotta give that a like. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I don't know, I just thought this sounded like such an interesting topic, because it's like, Norway doesn't get talked about enough, I think. Like, especially in regards to like Hollywood or like news about stunts and locations in Norway and filming. You barely ever get to hear about that. So I also like that this was like a cool spotlight on how much Norway has contributed to some of our most favorite movies of all time. Basically all of them, honestly. Man, people love to film in Norway for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of actually iconic sequences that they showed from Star Wars and Mission Impossible that were in Norway. That's really, really cool. I actually enjoyed this a lot. So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.